Yeah, hi there. These comments are for RS, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT. And I'm getting ready to listen to your pronunciation post-test. Looks like there's 2 parts to it. Let me listen to the first part.
Final post-test.
Okay, so let me go over to my website. So the first part is you're just reading 3 paragraphs naturally. Then you're answering some personal experience questions.
Final post-test. Pronunciation section. Part A. When 2 people are talking to each other, they tend to stand a specific distance apart. Each person has an invisible...
When you say the word distance, it's not D, but distance. So that's something you can probably work on, but I'll talk about it later.
Boundary around his or her body, into which other people may not come. If someone pierces this boundary, he will feel uncomfortable and move away to increase the
uncomfortable. So that's a word stress issue.
Distance between them. The major exception is family members and other loved ones. This personal distance is not due to body odor or bad breath, but because closeness lends a sense of intimacy that is at odds
with the intimacy.
Relationship with the other individual.
Intimacy, so another word stress issue.
Interestingly, the average personal distance varies from culture to culture.
You said average, but it's average. Again, a third word stress issue.
Culture. Americans tend to require more personal space than in other cultures. Therefore, if you try to get too close to an American during your conversation, he or she will feel that you are in his face and will try to back away. Try to be aware of this, so if the person to whom you are speaking backs away a little, don't try to close the gap.
Okay.
Also, try to avoid physical contact while you are speaking, since this may also lead to discomfort.
Discomfort. So, definitely word stress issues. There's no doubt in my mind that you need some more practice in that area.
It's a bit too intimate for casual acquaintances. So, don't put your arms around his or her shoulder. Don't touch his or her face or hold his or her hand. Shaking hands when you initially meet or part is acceptable, but this is only momentary.
Momentary, I would say there.
Final post-test.
Okay, now let me go ahead and download your response to the questions.
Post-test pronunciation section. Part B. Question 1. Who is your best friend? Why is this person important to you? Using supporting details. Well, my best friend is Carlos. I knew him in, well, exactly, I don't remember the year, but approximately we're talking about 10 years ago. I knew him in high school.
Okay.
And well, I consider him my best friend because first of all...
You got a lot of pauses and hesitations in there. You need to speak a little bit faster, more naturally, and make sure you're varying your intonation.
One of the most important things in order to consider someone your friend, I think that is share common interests in terms not only funny, not only about, I don't know, different sports or other things like that, but also it's important that two friends, I don't know, in some way think in the same way, and I think that 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 was one of the main reasons perhaps that I consider Carlos my best friend. So the important thing is that, well, he's a very good person, an intelligent person, a person who I can I don't know, ask about.
Okay, I think we're okay with this. So I've listened to, at least for the video purposes, I've already listened to your whole post-test anyway, but now I can go ahead and comment on what you did. Now the question here is, we need to figure out what your intelligibility score is and why. Now, when you're speaking, you're having way too many pauses and hesitations in there, and that's something that you definitely want to work on, right? Okay, so your intelligibility score, 1 would be a high beginner, 7 is a near native speaker. I'm going to put you at about 3.8 out of 7. Now, I will include a link to the intelligibility scores. You can look at it. So roughly, if I explain it to you, excuse me, I can understand what you're saying, but you do have some distracting accent and pronunciation variations. Now let's go ahead and go to my online TOEFL course. Let me go to the pronunciation section. So I'm going to focus on which areas you can probably practice a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to say speak clearly lesson number 11. The beat bit. I think those 2 vowel sounds you need to work on. Let's go to the second part of the pronunciation part of my course. Word stress. Definitely, there were at least 4 problems that you had with word stress. So speak clearly lesson number 29, 30, 31, and 32. I think you should take a look at those lessons. Now, you don't have to. I'm just suggesting, I'm just telling you which areas in your pronunciation you haven't mastered yet, so you can make a decision on how you want to proceed with that. The next one is intonation. Pronunciation lesson 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. And then finally, even thought groups and blending, especially with your thought groups. So that's pronunciation lesson 41, 42, 43, and 44. Those areas you have not mastered yet with your pronunciation. So that is my feedback on your pronunciation post-test. What you want to do is, to be honest with you, I would not be comfortable until you're scoring 5 or higher on the intelligibility score. And for whatever reason, you're not there yet.